Testing. Test. There you go.
Improved.
You just closed it and reopened it?
I don't know why you're normally if
You
you
really
really
just did the
turn it off and
turn it off and turn it back on.
Don't
To
you
the
work
tab.
and
I know.
No, normally when you cast a tab, it shouldn't cast the audio.
Yeah, I know.
Anyway.
All right, well.
All right.
Carl fixed it.
Thank you, Kyle.
Yeah.
All right. It is.
If you're giving the presentation, do we want the camera looking at you?
No, I wanted to focus on Adam completely the whole time.
Well, I'm sitting next to Adam. So, oh, okay, it's still on. Hello.
Yeah, it's a rare occurrence.
Here we are in the
Guess-
same place.
Yeah, exactly. All right, everyone. We're streaming now. Everything good?
Yeah, I just didn't test the audio yet. Everybody's
Check.
Everybody wants to go to YouTube. I can't do it from my computer. We're gonna not go. So let's see.
We'll trust it to work. Worked last time. All right.
Yeah, let's just say it's working.
Okay. 8:07. We're gonna start the meeting. Thank you. It's December 16th monthly member meeting for FamiLAB. Couple housekeeping tips. One, if you can, please go to l.familab.org/sign-in to sign in for today's meeting. Let us know you're here. And right now, I don't have anybody online, but please just keep crosstalk to a minimum in case somebody joins in. Give them a chance to hear and ask questions as needed. This should be a very fast meeting with everyone here. Quick financial updates. Membership changes. We were up to 61 again. We picked up a couple since last month. And 17 special cases. Our P&L, and it does say October on here, but it is November's. Negative 762. We are still running about $300 in the red from an operational perspective. We did have a couple of software bills that hit last month that we've got cleaned up. One of those AWS charges that were there, but we fixed that thanks to Matthew. So we're back to the annual fees, so that'll go away. Yes. And then the good news is year to date as of right now, positive 277. We will be right there at the end of the year once we have December's in. So
What is this? Positive money?
skin of our teeth. But yes.
Yeah.
Wild.
Yeah. And really all driven by, again, thanks to Gear Puller and the grant that we got through Oshkosh for that project.
Well, not only that, we've gotten a lot of people giving extra into project too. Like,
Yeah.
for instance, that you put in a bunch of money into it, other people put a bunch of money into that project that a lot of that money was going to go to. So that kind of helped offset and give us more money.
True.
So plus we're getting a lot of donations in the door. Whoever, I'm sorry to sidetrack this, but whoever keeps refilling the fridge and bringing snacks and everything, you are awesome. I don't know who it is, but people keep paying for that. And it keeps going to FamiLAB. So not only are you donating, but people are actually helping to pay for those snacks and whatnot too. So if you do need any kind of reimbursement, whoever's doing that, if you do need any kind of reimbursement for that, please let us know. Because right now I'm just taking the donations and throwing them in the bank. And you know, if you're,
I think I know who that is,
reimbursement-
but I don't want to say for sure in case I'm wrong. But we'll ping him on the side and let him know.
Yeah, I mean, if they don't want to,
And only because I randomly came here after Maker Fair late, and there's somebody who was here that I don't see very often, and they were dropping off chips.
Nice.
So I'm guessing that's who it was. But
I think it's multiple people too, though, because I saw somebody bring something that too, but which is cool. Keep giving to the lab. It's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Thank you. Anyway,
cool. It's been at the top for a couple of months. I want to close it up. Shifting meeting times. We will be keeping board meeting at 6 o'clock on the Monday, the days of board meeting. However, right now, member meeting, we're getting better turnout again on the Tuesday at 8, so we're going to leave it as is. No plans to change that as it sits. Again, if attendance starts to drop off, we might open it back up and see if we need to find a better time. But right now, we're getting reasonable attendance again, so I'm going to leave it as it is. Then housekeeping notes. Constant reminder, We do have an Amazon wish list that's on the agenda, just if there's stuff that you don't want to just do straight dollar donations, we want to buy something for the lab, so we're going to keep stuff. Also, if there's something you see that the lab needs that might need to go on there, shoot a board note, and we can always add it to with the link to the item. We can always add it on there. That way, somebody who is so inclined or happens to run across an Amazon gift card, etc., can purchase it for the lab if they want to. 3D printers, no. The AMS seems to be working great, so happy to see that that's working and everything. Couple of little reminders though, for always try to keep that space clean as we're getting more use out of the 3D area again. One, personal filament's not meant to be stored at the lab. Again, if you're in the middle of a project or switching through some stuff, feel free.
I still gotta hang up those racks for the thing that you printed.
Perfect. Yes, that's not on here, but I appreciate that, John. We can definitely, we're just talking about that. We are gonna try to find a better organization system that might change the ability to have a little bit more of that hanging around for projects, but big picture, again, consumables, we're not trying to leave here because we don't have that much storage. And then remember to label your filament. Otherwise, it's just open game. There's not a name on it. It's technically up to lab use, so I don't want anybody's good filament getting used if they were planning to do something with it for that.
Yeah, there's some nice filaments in there too, so whoever those are, you better get them labeled because people may use them. People buying.
People named Adam Remington, perhaps. The laser, just a couple of notes. We used up our spare belt, so we no longer have a spare belt back there. So I need to buy that, plus probably another lens soon. So if there's those of you that are using the laser often, maybe if you think about pitching in a little bit, so we can get that going as well.
The lens is okay for the moment.
Yeah. Yes, but we don't have a backup. So at this point, we should get a backup, at least a backup belt and a backup lens, so we can keep it operational.
How much is it?
I think they're like $25.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Is that on the Amazon wish list?
No.
No, it wouldn't be. I don't think you can. I looked at the website. I think they're $25, but I wasn't sure if it was the right size. So somewhere between 25 and 45 bucks probably.
The other thing with that is when you're using the laser, try and be mindful of all the settings and everything, because that lens isn't actually that old, and it actually, I think it had a burn mark like a week after we got that lens. So, you know, things like if your air assist isn't on, that can have flames come up and then it burns the lens and then it burns it for everybody. So lenses aren't super expensive, especially if we buy the cheap Chinese ones, but it's still something to consider. Just make sure all your settings are good. And if you have any question, ask in Slack, you'll get an answer.
Well, from last week's holiday party, it was a good time for those that were able to make it. Happy to see a good turnout overall. Sorry for those that had other plans and couldn't be here. And then I just wanted to call out to John Douglas, who's been doing Friday night anime nights, for theming his anime night to go with the holiday party.
Yeah.
That was fun. Thank you for forget the name of it, but Santa was in the name, and that was fun. Really, other than that, a couple upcoming events. Mike's not here, so hoping he can confirm it. We have our next. I pushed everything out to January at this point on the calendar. So we got Fusion 360 Hangout. Our next one's January 18th. And our next open house will be January 13th. And then most of the rotation's still there, but with the holidays, expect I haven't been able to connect with Eileen, but I'm assuming that we're not going to have Wednesday stitch-ins for the Wednesday before Thanksgiving or before Christmas, etc. So we're at that point. And really, other than that, open it up to the floor if anybody has anything.
I was gonna say for the Fusion 360, I think that kind of fell off for a while. I think everybody was kind of absent from it, but I'm trying to get back into it, so I'll try and be there for the next few. So if you guys are interested in Fusion 360 Hangout, it's fun. It's just you jump on Google Hangouts and we talk about it, show off stuff we're making there. And
I did show up for one. No one was on.
Yeah.
I will look to do the next.
Was it the last one?
No, it was. I think it was October.
Because I showed up for one, nobody was on it, and then the last one I showed up for, but then I minimized it and forgot it was there. And like an hour later, I came back and it was like the meeting has ended. I was like, oh, okay, I didn't even know Google Hangouts does that. But yeah, I'll try and be there more because I've been doing more 3D stuff. I might be showing off some sculpting stuff that I'm doing versus the Fusion 360. But
Is that what you use to sculpt? This 360?
no, I use Blender for sculpting.
Oh.
We're doing real quick too. We're doing an impromptu 3D print hangout after the meeting, probably about at least maybe about a half hour, maybe a little bit more, depends on how long it lasts. But I might show some of that stuff off to you if you have any questions for stuff like the sculpting or 3D printing.
I skipped a whole section, so I want to go back a little bit. Sorry, that's small on my phone. Annual member meeting's coming up in March, or at the end of the year. It's going to be coming up. Our annual one's in March. At that point, we'll need to revisit the board, officially vote in the terms that we've assigned for the short period of time, if they still want to be there, I guess. About that conversation, yes. But also, there is still space for more people to be on the board. So if there's something you've been thinking about, have a conversation with any of the existing board. Just know that that's going to be in March. And I don't know how long it's been, but there hasn't been enough people to actually have to have a vote. So it'd be kind of neat to have that have to happen. Because it stops at 7, right?
We're supposed to have 7 people, yes.
The bylaws suggest 7. I don't think there's any real minimum set, but the bylaws do suggest 7. And the reason it's 7 is that there's, you want an odd number for voting. If the board has to vote for anything specific, you want an odd number. And just because and then it also distributes the responsibilities a little bit more. Over the past couple of years, it's just kind of like, here's the batch of responsibilities, whoever can handle it can. But normally the way it's supposed to go is each one. Like, there's a treasurer that does the treasurer stuff. There's a there's a president that does the president stuff, so on and so forth.
Yep.
But yeah, 7 is the ideal number.
Yep. And the reason I put on there is also we usually do that on a Saturday, make it like a bigger event, bring some food, and have everybody hang out. We will put that on the calendar on the next meeting to pick the date, so we can give that a couple months in advance, so everybody can try to make sure they can make it. And we don't do it on like St. Patrick's Day or something.
Question.
Answer.
Can old board members be a board member?
So, in the bylaws, it's been a long time since I read them. The bylaws do limit board members to, I believe it's consecutive terms.
Yeah.
However, there's a lot of stuff in the bylaws that we have skated past. Technically, in the bylaws, there's a whole voting process for new board members. Problem is, if there's not enough people to be on the board, it's just kind of, we've just been, over the past few years, you're on the board, we're going to put you on the board, and if there's objections, we get the objections and then vote based off of that. So, to answer your question, yes, there's rules behind it, but in the grand scheme of things, we all want the lab to succeed. There's also in the bylaws how you can vote somebody out. So say we do something like, for instance, we vote in, or we have somebody join that's been there for way past their term. If the membership doesn't like it, they can vote that person out. In all honesty, though, if you say, hey, I don't want so-and-so on the board, you get at least 5 more people saying that, that person will probably step down, because it's not a grand thing. It's, you're helping the lab, you're doing cool stuff, you're making the lab succeed, but it's a lot of work, it's a lot of effort. So if people don't want you there, you're probably not going to be there. So, yeah, I guess that kind of is a long answer to the question.
In the big scheme of things, it's not normal that people get voted out. It's more of finding people that have the initiative to want to be a part.
Correct.
And like this coming up March, I think is going to be 2 years at least for the 3 of us. And I know that you're probably not going to stay. It's been a while. I know you said you're probably not going to stay on.
Yeah. So there is a way that I may stay if it's.
Come on, Adam.
Mostly because of him. If it's just like kind of the paperwork, show up for the meetings and do the actual just board stuff, I will probably be okay doing that.
Do it.
But right now there's a lot more involved. The board kind of is operations as well. But if we get the type of if we continue to get the type of interactions and support that we're getting now, I don't see me having to leave. I probably won't be here as much, even though I'm not here very much lately. But it might come to the point where I'm not here for months at a time, but I'll still be in the meetings online, things like that. So it's a possibility I may stay on, but it's more likely that I will not. So we'll see, because I now just started another business, so we'll see how.
Which is the farm.
Farm.
I want your website for your IT business.
Okay.
Please send it to me in Slack.
Absolutely.
Because we're Slack.
Oh, I'm sorry, Suraj, your phone, you should have access to the agenda now.
It was a long day.
CFL.net, yes, a very long day. It's been a good day. By the way, this is my buddy Laszlo. He's from Hungary.
Oh,
He's a
Hi, guys.
master.
Oh, hello.
He's a master technician for European cars.
I'm not listening.
Excellent. And then we did have one other new member. If you want to say hi and introduce yourself.
I'm Doug Bohannon. I'm just looking to learn about 3D printing now. I do more gaming and I've done some fabrication in cars, so it's been a long time, and crewing, but predominantly just 3D printing and then maybe some welding and fabricating later on.
Cool. Doug, right?
Yes.
Cool.
We have a member that left their TIG welder over there. I don't know what kind of welding
I'm only good with MIG and stick. Yeah.
I as much as I don't need another hobby, I really want to learn how to TIG weld. So if there is anybody that knows how to TIG weld, don't tell me because I'll ask you to help. But anyway, yeah, I was just gonna say we do have good welding equipment back there. So.
Yeah. Excellent. Yeah. Just real quick, we got Suraj join. I gave him access to the agenda. Sorry, those I will make the agenda public after this. I apparently did not do that when I posted it. I thought I did. So obviously nobody read it before the
Man,
meeting today.
between you and Chris,
Hey,
at least it's under the board. Or
yeah, it's in the right spot. That's why I thought it was fine. And that is all. If there's nothing else around the room,
There is. I'm gonna make a really ugly wall of awesome there with blue painter's tape.
Okay.
And I'm gonna print some black and white or whatever that printer will kick out. The newsletter,
It's color.
it's colored.
Yeah, I believe so.
Wow.
Should be.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm gonna print
Kind of
out
shop you
some
think we
color
run
prints. Yeah.
Don't
I'm gonna
answer
color
that.
the house.
Don't answer that.
And then thumbtack them on the wall and make it as grody as possible.
Nice.
For a wall of awesome, and then maybe do something on a board that says wall of awesome. And then as each newsletter comes out, post it up there. And as I have the time, or if someone wants to donate time to make a wall of awesome report, and I have to make a handful to do, but just stick them up there. And so all the different little projects that I've been seeing come through Slack, a lot of stuff Adam's been doing, some stuff we did at Maker Faire, the really wicked cool thing that Ricky did and like gave part of his like lifespan for.
You got it working, right?
He did.
I gotta see it.
And then like post all that stuff up there so that anybody comes up here, they see it physically, because it's something to see something physically. But then, so that, and then something else. Oh, the router table. Did a little bit of repair on it. And then the woodworking channel in Slack, I posted some notes. There's another channel for the mini mill. And this kind of blossoms it out to a whole nother topic. And Adam, I'll get with you later on this. Now that I've got access to the, sorry to nest all this, like it's all a tree now. To see what's on the, whatever we've got for the website. There's a bunch of sites that are disabled. If the wiki is on there, to try and resurrect but some of the wiki to maybe, possibly, perhaps reroute to the Slack so that a dog pile can happen for anybody that's got thoughts and ideas to possibly use Slack as a temporary wiki to try and rebuild some of the momentum in that. I know, hate me, I don't care.
No, the only reason I'm laughing is I just made a post in the board channel about keeping information in one spot and how I hate the fact that you use Slack. But anyway,
I hate Slack.
neither me.
I'm a
here
Slack
nor there.
hater. I hate it.
Yeah,
But it's what we've got.
we can talk about that. No, it's actually the reason that made me laugh more was that I literally just brought up the same subject with the
I
board.
did not see your post.
No, because you're not on the board channel.
Yeah.
So that's why I was laughing. It's
Join
just
the board.
ironic.
And then you'll be involved in the conversation.
I don't want to be involved in that conversation.
Exactly.
I want to be the Sisyphean guy that pushes the stone up the hill.
So
That's my
it
job
is
right
worth
now.
pointing out that there is an old server that has the old wiki on it. The last conversation that happened around that a couple of years ago when we turned it off was that it was so far out of date, like it was a really old version of MediaWiki, and to do the upgrade would break a bunch of stuff. And so at the time, the discussion was we could start up a new one and then copy stuff over would be easier than probably trying to do the upgrade process, but I really don't know. I haven't looked into it personally.
Export the data, build a new server, import the data into the server, and then we upgrade.
Negative. In order to export it to make it work with the new one, you had to upgrade at least 10 versions. That's why I got rid of it. That plus the fact that
I'm listening.
most of the stuff that was on there was so old. I honestly
Very
think if you want a wiki, I'll spin up a freaking MediaWiki server and you guys can have at it. I don't care. I just would not say to use the old information at all because
You can go look at it as inspiration, but like, I mean, it was like two buildings ago,
a
probably.
good well
Does it have a date on it?
A
Does
good
it have a
example.
last edited date on each page?
Let me give you an example.
If I land on the wiki page, does it say the last date this wiki was updated?
No, not really.
Sick.
each
Well, then,
change
if
does.
someone sees it and they see that this last time it was updated was 2012, then shame on them if they can't fucking read the date.
My point is
Sorry
that
for
none
the
of it,
language.
my point of it is none of it really is relevant now. So when I went through it originally, before I took it down, I was trying to do information collection because I was just new to the board. Previous board was pretty absent, so I was trying to collect all the information myself. And there were 4 places that listed the board members.
Yeah.
All 4 places were different, and all 4 were wrong. So that's just one example of all the information. A lot of the information in there was the previous building, the previous tools that we had. Like it might have the mill in there, but it also had the other mill. It had the Haas, it had all the stuff that we don't have now. And even that stuff was out of date. So I think the effort that it's going to take to, I don't know, as Kyle, it's going to take to spin it back up or get it accessible, along with the effort of going through it all, is just going to be not worth your time when it would be just to build a new wiki, put on there what you want on there. And if you want to, like Matthew said, get inspired, you could, but you could also go to other makerspaces wikis. Because a lot of makerspaces still have wikis. So you can go to theirs and kind of get information from theirs, or inspired from theirs and do that. I honestly, I might be just jaded because I absolutely hate that fucking wiki, but I will never say that it's any reason to spin that up and put any effort into it. There was a lot of wrong information that dated when I was trying to collect it. So.
In a few hours, me being a neophyte in this organization, I think that going through the basic front end pages of it, if I have access to edit stuff,
Okay.
then it won't take but just an afternoon to like get stuff semi-current.
Okay.
I
So
mean, gosh.
Either Kyle or Matthew, you guys are no AWS, right? I don't know how much you do, but
I can at least go turn it
If
on.
one of
I have,
you
no, I
can-
have no idea if the routing still exists.
yeah, we'd have to look at the routing.
The certificate's broken.
What?
The certificate's broken for sure.
Yeah.
So it's gonna throw errors when you try to visit it. It's again, it's so far out of date that it shouldn't be on the public internet for very long, if at all. It's probably better if we just turn on the EC2 instance, back up the database, and then set up a fresh one.
Yes,
Export.
fucking A.
And import that old database into it.
So George has
Similar
been
version at
thinking,
least, so that then we can upgrade it. At the end of the day, something.
like George,
But I can look into that as well.
the old
I'll
senior
put that up there.
guy is looking into the old mini mill and he wants to get it working so he can build his
Probably we have a lot of documentation on that.
kitchen cabinet clips.
Yeah.
But he's been doing a ton of research and he's like, John, like, can we get the wiki going and maybe we could do half Slack, half wiki, and then, but
I mean,
if the wiki can
Don't get me
work,
wrong, I'm a big fan of documentation, but
I
We
like
can-
it.
what we have right
Let's
now
not drag
is
this meeting on
probably.
any longer than we need to. Let's chat about that.
Okay, great.
Okay. So
I don't even know where we left off.
we were talking about, John's gonna put up a wall of awesome, so we expect some
yeah.
stuff on the wall here at some point.
And then we'll
And then
figure out.
we're gonna figure out, we're gonna offline about maybe spinning up a wiki or something like that. So
I'm gonna start routing airlines, and then after that, working on the plasma table, and then after that, maybe put up a pegboard behind the chop saw.
awesome.
So yeah, if you have a project or if you have time to help with projects around the lab, that's the guy you want.
Yes.
Because he's got plenty.
I'm not on the board, I promise you.
Yes. Great. Anything else around the room? Going once, going twice. Thank you all for joining the member meeting.
Yeah, technically the
He had
bylaws
gavel.
say that all